welcome everyone. Thank you guys very much for joining me for this tarot read. We're going to go ahead and jump on into it and get started. I'll let you guys know too, before we get going here, this is going to be a general read. So it may or may not resonate with you. That's just fine. You might even find that sort of bits and pieces of the messages fit for you. That's fine. Take whatever messages feel right. Those are the ones that are going to be meant for you. Also, we are going to draw a tarot token at the end of this read. This is going to be like our energy card. Let's see. I feel like somebody is sort of sitting later in life. And I do feel like they're reflecting on things from the past. I feel like this is sort of like a reflection. It's like a looking back on choices in their life, choices that they've made. I feel something that they're not particularly proud of. I do feel like it ties to this official person. I don't know if they've had dealings with law. Okay, well, that would make a lot of sense here. We have imprisonment. So it would be that somebody had some sort of dealings with law enforcement. I feel like they've changed their ways, though. Whatever this was, it was something that they did sort of earlier in life when they were younger, sort of a more immature energy. I do feel like whatever it was as well, this imprisonment, this sort of like paying their debt to society, or this justice that came about, I feel like it did bring a turning point for them. It did help them to find a new perspective. It helped them to sort of change their ways. They did take a new path after this. This was life-changing for this person. I do feel that this person is sort of, this is like a dark secret for them. I have this distinct vibe that this is something that, I don't want to say that only they know about, but only a select few people in their life know about. I feel like they worked very hard to keep it that way. And I feel like there's somebody in their life currently who actually doesn't know that this happened. Somebody who's close to them. This might be a romantic relationship. This might even be like children that they have that don't know about their past, because they are hiding it to a certain extent. It's something shameful, something that they're very much not proud of, something that they did learn their lesson from and chose to change their ways. But I feel like they're very much hiding it. And I do feel like it's going to have to do with some sort of theft, some sort of fraud. I do feel like they were going through a time in their life, maybe this is how they grew up too, in poverty. It's like this person this person was sort of like down and out. This person was struggling, sort of scraping by. And it was like whatever it was that they did was illegal. It was to get this sudden wealth. It was to gain money quickly. And it was not done in an honest way, whatever it was. But they did it. It was sort of out of needing to survive. Okay, and that would make sense. So whoever this person is, not only are they further along in their life, I do believe that they're going through a time of bad health as well. This is giving them a sort of time to reflect on their life choices. This is why this is coming about in this read, is because this person is thinking about it. They're sending this energy out. Oh, and part of this was done, I do believe it was done to, was it done to impress somebody? This privileged lady is somebody, this is going to be somebody who is actually in their life. This is someone who doesn't know what they did. This is someone who they've sheltered this truth from. They're worried that if this person knew what happened, their perception of them would change. And they might step away from this energy. I just feel like this privileged lady card, I feel like this bubble around her. And then I feel like fear. There's like this fear of her finding out what happened. Fear of her finding out about this chapter of the life. We do have a coffin card. This person might be facing their own mortality. I don't feel like it's necessarily this person is dying or going to die. I do feel like this time of bad health later in their life is making them look at their past, is making them reflect on their past, on their choices. It's sort of, like I said, like they feel like they're facing their own mortality in all of this. And this is where it's coming about in this read, because they're sending this energy out into the universe. I do feel they're still concerned with this privileged lady finding this out. Why would they be? Why would they be concerned with this? This is like, because they paid their debt to society. There's still something more though. I feel like there's still something more that I can't see in the cards yet, and it's something more current, but it is something that ties into their past too. Something that ties into their past. Because I feel like they changed their ways, but there's still something dishonest here. There's still something hidden. There's more hidden from this privileged lady than just the past. There is something about what this person did later after meeting this privileged lady or trying to win this privileged lady's hand that does involve money. That was still probably, I don't feel like it was the same as what they did in the past, but it kind of skirts that line. It's like some people would possibly consider it dishonest or greasy. Like, I don't feel like it's something they could get legally in trouble for. I do not get that vibe. Whatever they did, this is like a moral thing. This is a moral thing. It's not something legal or illegal. It's like something that if she knew, she might feel differently about him. And I do feel this is part of his concern too. And maybe that if he passes or his health gets worse, that things are going to come out and she's going to find something out. We do have the Lovers card too. There's no third party affair here. This is speaking to this person's relationship with this privileged lady, with this person who they deeply care for. They definitely want to impress. They want to keep sort of this image of who they are up. I do feel like they've worked hard to sort of build this life for this privileged lady to make her feel comfortable, to make her feel wanted, to move away from their past too, and also to not have to go through this time of poverty again. So money is important to this person. I do believe it's because there was a time in their life where they were very much struggling. So I don't feel like they're a bad person for worrying about money. I can see where the fear is coming from, that this is negative experiences from their past. But I also feel like they're trying to build this life with this privileged lady as well. They don't want her to find out about their past from when they were young and doing stupid shit. But also there is something else that they did. It ties into this unexpected income. It does tie into the current wealth that they have. And like I said, it's not illegal. I do not see that in the cards. I do not see that whatever they did is illegal. But I feel like this woman that they have in their life, this privileged lady who this card represents, might find it immoral or might have some sort of an issue with it, and it might change the way that she looks at this man that she's with, this person who's later in their life, who's sort of going through poor health. And I do feel like not only has he worked hard to sort of build this life with her, he's worked hard to hide the life that he used to have and where he came from. He has very humble beginnings, whoever this is. And like I said, I was feeling that with the poverty. I feel that in the community too, that he's like running from sort of the family he grew up with, the town he grew up in, the life that he grew up in. This is something he doesn't really want her to find out about too. I don't know if he's never really told her, if what he's told her isn't 100% accurate, because he is keeping other things from her. I do feel like he's very much ashamed of the way that he grew up. He's like, he wanted to be able to meet this person's expectations, this privileged lady's expectations. He thinks the absolute world of her. She is like his son that his world revolves around, very much so. And so what she thinks of him is extremely important, which is why he's sort of put on this mask. I mean, this false person card, I'm gonna say it kind of applies to him because he is hiding things from his past. He is hiding other things from her about who he truly is. I don't feel that he's a bad person. I don't get that vibe from the cards. There are reads where I feel like somebody has got a really nasty energy. I don't get that from him. I get that this is somebody who is very human, who has made mistakes, who has learned from their mistakes, who has tried to build a life, to move away from that. But I do feel like there is this level of like shame that's keeping them from being honest with somebody who they very much value. And now they're going through a time in their life where their health is poor. They're sort of looking at their own mortality. And they are very much worried about all of this coming out, all of this coming forward. If they pass, their family would have to be notified. And so there would then be that connection between this privileged lady who this person has worked very hard to keep within a bubble and control the information that this person knows. There would then be that connection between them and the community that this person has come from. I feel like very humble. Wherever they come from, it's extremely humble. Like toil and labor, that applies to the community. It applies to this person's family. And them sort of being very like down to earth kind of people, like work with their hands. Like I said, humble beginnings, like probably most of us would come from. And if for some reason for this person, it does bring about some level of shame. I do feel like it's wanting to fit in this other type of life, this other lifestyle, wanting to present a certain image that they've risen above, whatever this is. But there's something going on here where legally some of this person's past is going to come out, or he's definitely worried about it coming out. Although it would make sense if he did pass and there was a connection between his current life and his past life, the people from his past life would definitely tell those he's currently with about what happened. And that might be where it's coming from too. Journey. I do feel like he's from very far away. Whoever this person is, he is from far away. This town that he's from, this community that he's from, this life that he comes from. And he might have even immigrated too. This person might even be from a different country. So I feel like he took great pains to move away from this old life and start fresh, start new, start a family, start this new way of being. Ooh, we had a couple of cards go absolutely flying out. I need to play those right away. The High Priestess, Temperance, and Lover. So definitely worried about with this Lover's card. Now we have the Lover's card twice. So this is a romantic connection that he has with this privileged lady. He is definitely worried about this person finding out about his past. The High Priestess is about secrets. She is about secrets. She is sort of walks that line between the light and the dark, the conscious, the subconscious, the known and the unknown. She represents those secrets that he's keeping, that he is carefully trying to balance so that this lover doesn't find out about. But with his ill health, he's worried that this isn't going to hold up much longer. He's worried about this truth coming out. So far, he's had success in this. He feels like being able to keep that barrier between this new relationship and his past has sort of helped him to build this new life, hide where he came from. And he does feel like he has a level of success in this. Whatever it is, he is feeling like, the relationship he has, the romantic relationship. I do feel like house, career, home life. To him, like he's built some sort of a wealth and a level of success in that too. But I just keep getting that vibe that's like he hasn't been able to completely enjoy it because there's always that fear in the back of his mind that his past is going to come out and that she is going to reject him. This life that he's built, this house of cards is going to come falling down. He's worried that at the end of the day, which is really sad here, he's worried that at the end of the day, what he has to offer from the inside, if it wasn't for, the money, the lifestyle, the career, it would not be enough. It would be rejected. His offering would be rejected unless he has all these other things. And that's why he built himself up so much too. It wasn't just to escape the past. It was like having to offer this one here. I feel like this privileged lady was someone who worked very hard to impress, somebody who worked very hard to build a relationship with, to build that romantic connection with the court. He went like out of his way to be able to form this connection in his life. But part of that was based on hiding the truth, hiding truths from her, hiding the truth about his past, how he grew up, where he came from. And this Nine of Wands to me is like this feeling of exhaustion from keeping all these secrets, this feeling of exhaustion from the worry of all of this coming back and catching up with him, of her finding out about his past. It's like he doesn't want to communicate with that. He's been holding it back from her, holding that communication back because he's worked so hard to leave that behind and begin a new life. Yeah, cutting ties. He was just about cutting ties to the past, moving on, moving forward. I have this distinct impression to this community. If he has family back home, he hasn't spoken to them in years. Like, they don't even really know what's happened to him. They don't know a whole lot about what's going on in his life. I feel like he's like completely severed those ties to make sure that that didn't bleed over into his new life. Like, he doesn't want them showing up on his doorstep. He doesn't want, or like phone calls or letters. He doesn't want anything from that past, that humble past, and the shame from his past to come forward and be found out. So having that Wheel of Fortune card in this read says that fortunes are changing. There's change coming. The wheel is turning. We have the Moon card right after it. The Moon card also represents secrets. Secrets that might just be revealed here. I do feel that some changes coming within this. This isn't just him within himself and maybe opening up and telling the truth. I feel like there's something coming that may be beyond his control, and that some of this is going to come forward. This privileged lady is going to start asking questions, and he's going to have to make a choice about whether he's going to keep lying to her or whether he's going to be extremely honest, because I feel like he's been doing this balancing act for so long, trying to hide these things and kind of be somebody else. He's created like this little trap for himself with different lies that he's told. I feel like now that he's sick, I feel like he's having trouble keeping up with it too, because he's so physically exhausted from trying to heal, not feeling well. He's got the worry on top of this. I feel like there's something that's going to happen, whether he's going to slip and say something, or something is going to show up, or someone is going to show up from his past. Something is going to come about because of these health concerns that he's having, where this is going to come out. She is finally going to find out about where this person comes from. And it's going to, see, the Fool card can represent that new perspective. So it is going to change the way she sees him when she finds out about his humble beginnings. I'm not saying that she's going to see him as some piece of dirt. I think she's just going to see a different side of him that she hasn't seen so far, because he has worked so hard to hide it. Do you feel like she's going to be hurt? Not because of where he came from, but because he hid it from her. Because she's going to feel like, you know, if you love me, if you trust me, if you think I'm a good person, then why don't you think that I would accept you for who you are? Why do you feel like I would up and dump you if I found out the truth? So that's what's going to hurt her the most, is the lies, is the fact that he lied about it instead of being completely open about who he was. That's going to be the most hurtful thing. So, and she is coming forward in this Queen of Swords energy. I'll tell you what that represents in this read. That she is somebody who moves with truth, honesty, and integrity. I feel a lot of purity in this too. And this is how he views her. That she is like this pure energy. She is somebody who is very like righteous, very truthful, very honest. He always saw her, and I do believe he still does, that she's like out of his league, and like he still can't believe that he was able to woo her, to form this connection. And that's why he's so terrified that when this comes out, that she's gonna leave. It's like she's gonna realize that she was out of his league and he was never good enough for her. She's not that person. That's not what she's about. She's somebody who decided to form a connection with him. She's somebody who fell in love with him. She's somebody who truly does care for him. So in that way, finding out his past is not going to bother her. She is stronger than that. She is somebody who is in this Empress energy, this loving, this nurturing energy. She's a very good person. She's a stand-up kind of person. Like I said, the thing that's going to bother her most is that he lied. That's what's going to bother her more than anything, is the lie. And the lie was immature. It was sort of this Page of Swords energy, this immaturity, this fear drove him. I feel like a little bit of selfishness too. And when I say that, I mean like he really wanted this relationship with her to work. He wanted to present this best side of himself. And some of it wound up being not true. But to be able to obtain this relationship with her, because he does see her in such a high standing way. He felt like he needed to do this to be able to set the groundwork to have an abundant harvest with her. And it did win him the relationship with her. They did form a connection. So in a way, he felt like it kind of worked. This having this abundance with her, having this new beginning with her, building this wealth with her. For him, it was this emotional victory, having this Empress energy, this Queen of Swords energy by his side. It was emotional fulfillment for him. He was this King of Cups. He felt like she means the world to him. Like I said, she's like the sun that he revolves around. And he wants to continue to build this life with her. But when this truth comes out, this is something that they are going to have to sort through. Is going to have to, come out with that honesty. I don't feel like she's going to go anywhere. I don't feel like she's going to dump him. She's going to be hurt. And it's going to take her a bit of time to process this. But like, I do not see in these cards a parting of ways. So to her, this is not going to be a deal breaker. She's going to be angry. She's going to be hurt. But it's not a deal breaker. This is something that can be worked through. His honesty is going to have to be 100% from here on in, though. We are going to grab one of these tarot tokens. So the one that we grabbed was, it was the Devil. So the Devil is a destructive force in somebody's life. It's these lies that he built. This stuff that he's hiding it's destructive to the relationship, or has a potential to be destructive to the relationship, because it's not a relationship built on honesty then, but also to himself, because and this, I feel, years. This has been going on for years. He has been living with this, trying to balance, trying to juggle, trying to hide these lies. He's always got this fear in the back of his mind, this fear that this is going to come out and that his life that he's built is going to go to shit. And it's like, it is a devil. It is a destructive force, this hiding and this fear. And it's time to clear the air. It's time to be open. It's time to let it all out there, because this energy, this woman who he's built a connection with, whoever this is, this person's not going anywhere. This person will be hurt that they were lied to, but it's not a deal breaker. This thing from their past is not a deal breaker. They will continue to build a life with this person, but it needs to be built on a foundation of honesty, right? Time to get rid of that devil, time to get rid of that fear, time to get rid of the lies. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed that read. If you did enjoy it, if it resonated with you, please feel free to comment. I love hearing from you guys, and hit that like button, that subscribe. It definitely helps the channel out. Have a great day, guys. Take care.